This is a Headgum original.
It'll be okay on the other side of hard. My guitar is broken, so is my heart. But it'll be okay on the other side of hard. I can't park my car, and I can't play my guitar. But it'll be okay on the other side of hard.
Side of hard. Absolutely epic goat. That's Gareth O'Connor. Dude DM'd me on Instagram. He said, not sure if you read DMs, but I wrote a sincere pop punk version of The Other Side of Hard, sent it into the show, but I thought I would message you as I think you'll dig it specifically. And he was correct. Absolutely correct.
He back-channeled?
Oh,
We would have gotten to it. And
Not
now I regret
necessarily.
ever playing it.
Well, me and Gareth are starting a band.
There's no way.
I started writing a pop punk song when that dude Dustin wrote in, and it's about halfway done. I think we're gonna go hard pivot to Gareth now.
It's Gareth. You're not even saying
Gareth.
his name right.
Yes, I am. Gareth. Me and Gareth. I'll send you the lyrics. That pop punk song had it all. It had it all. It had the riff.
Yeah.
You know, that last epic palm mute riff, incredible. It had kind of that like the computerized under singing towards the end. I can't find my guitar, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was great. And I think is he from Dublin? Is that right?
Yes, he is from Dublin, an Irish submission.
Yeah. So you can kind of hear it when he says heart.
Yeah.
Which is really great. It tugged at my heartstrings, indeed.
Is pop punk specifically an American thing? Like, are there any British pop punk bands? Like, kind of like how we took some music from Europe. Did they ever take that? Is there like an Irish pop punk band?
I mean, there must be. I'm
Wait,
sure.
was
If
Flogging
Gareth
Molly from Dublin, or did they just play Irish music, but they were from Boston or some shit?
Yeah, it could definitely be either one.
Yeah.
I'm going down to Boston.
Yeah.
It's for sure either Ireland or Boston.
Either or.
Simple Plan was a Canadian pop punk band. So was Sum
Doesn't
41, actually.
count. Oh, really? They were Canadian?
Yep, bunch of Canucks.
What if like, you know, rock and roll was like rebelling against the mainstream, the government, the war? What are pop punk's ethos like?
Rebelling.
Who are they rebelling
also rebelling.
against?
Mom and dad.
It's just
Rebelling
their
against mom and
parents.
dad.
It's just
It's school. It's bullies. It's the jocks. It's the preppies. Mom and dad, they quite don't understand it. Yeah. So
we went from being like,
that's
we will not
Anthem
fight
Part
this
2. That's
unnecessary
correct.
war in Vietnam to like, mom will make me do my dishes.
Exactly. Or like you're a hot senior guy and you're dating my crush and you play football and wear a collared shirt, so you're bad. That's
how fun the
vibe.
90s were. That the biggest issues, the one that created full music genres, were people just mad at their parents. Everything else was fine. It was just they didn't want to do homework that decade.
Yeah. Homework was bad. Parents not cool. Parents fighting even worse. Parents ganging up on you when they actually don't even like each other. That's the ultimate sin, brother.
Yeah, parents are always kind of the nerds in music. There's no like songs about cool parents.
Yeah, that's correct. Actually,
Wonder
that's a
why
good
that is.
note for my song that I'm writing.
Which
Maybe
is
I'll.
what?
It's
Yours should be for the pop punk parents, so like the kids who were like the teenagers.
Well, we
in the
already.
90s,
I'm,
now have
I'm
kids.
halfway done with the original idea, which was we're seniors now. We're seniors in high school because like the senior guy is a freshman, you know, in college, so his status changed. So that's kind of the vibe.
We discussed that before, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so song 2 is about how mom and dad ain't so bad because
Okay.
they're actually trying pretty hard. It's the music that's sort of creating the chaos and making things not right.
That's not bad. Okay. All right. I'll
Mom
I'll
and
remember
dad,
that
we
too.
ain't so bad. We think we're pretty neat.
That's kind of. I feel like you could start a different band. Me and Gareth might take that song in another direction, but your idea is noted, considered, ultimately rejected and denied. Duly considered, though. Duly considered. It is under advisement. It is under consideration, and now it is out of advisement and out of consideration. Shit canned and forgotten.
I think the high school senior thing was my idea.
I don't remember it being exactly your idea, but
I was
if
definitely
it
a co-writer slash
a broken
collaborator.
clock. A broken clock is actually still right. I think a few times a day, at least once, maybe even twice, depending on what type of clock it is.
Right, if it's like army time or not.
Yeah, exactly. So it might only be once.
Although if
but it
it's
could be twice.
broken in a way where it's like still working but set to the wrong time,
If
it's
it's
actually
off-
never right.
yeah, if it's off,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
It has to be broken in a specific way. Even
has
if
to
it's
be-
blinking 12,
Yeah,
that doesn't mean that it's noon. It just
it has to
means
be
that, like,
completely right. It has to be completely stopped for it to be right.
yeah,
once.
it actually. I guess it's more of a broken regular clock, not a digital clock. It has to be like a face. What are those called? Like the kind with like the little hand, the big hand. That's when a broken clock.
An hour.
Unless it's so fucking broken,
Minute.
it doesn't even. It only has the minute hand.
Right. What if it's so fucking broken that it has like just one spinning ass, like second hand, and the springs are falling out? Then that clock is right never in
Never.
the day for
Yeah.
sure.
Or like so many times because it's like, oh, it's right there, it's right there, it's right there, it's right there. It's actually right more often than a non-broken clock, because a non-broken clock is just right once if you think about it, because it's like set to the correct time.
Oh, we have to take a break.
Really?
No, not a real break, just from this conversation. No.
it's only been 4 minutes, but I'm down to thank a sponsor.
Yeah.
All right, this is If I Were You, the Only Advice pod on the web, hosted by us. I'm Amir, after all.
I am Jake, after all.
And that was Gareth, whose pop punk version of The Other Side of Hard is sincere and unironic as he can make it.
Incredible.
It kind of reminded me of May 16th by Lagwagon, if you remember that one.
I don't think I do.
I'll send it to you. You can listen to it offline.
Yeah. All right. Would love that.
We had a question sent to us with a fun follow-up pup. Let me see if I can pull it up. It'll be okay on the other side of hard. Oh, here we go.
That was good. That was really good. Thank you, Gareth.
This lady actually sent in a follow-up pup so we can use her real name. It's Molly.
No, flogging Molly.
That's right. Flogging Molly writes, "What's up? I'm a junior in high school. I'm so stressed out. After cross-country practice, I'm up till all hours doing homework. And now that I'm doing all this ACT prep stuff, I have absolutely no free time to just relax. I'm always tired and cranky, and I have no time to do anything I want anymore. Is there any way to stop the madness? Were you guys ever this stressed in high school? Is it even worth it? Thank you so much. I love the show. Seize the cheese. Love, Molly."
And that came to us in like 2013, isn't that right?
That's right. So I found that by like searching like ACT prep or something like that, or maybe cross country. And I'm like, oh, this was sent to us almost a decade ago, literally 9 years ago.
Yeah.
And so I replied literally in 2022. This was sent in 2013. I replied to Molly and said, "Hey, do you remember writing this? How'd you turn out 9 years later?" Hoping to God she A, remembers who we are, B, is still alive, and C, like maybe can shed some light on like even remembering that this was a thing for her, the stress of high school.
Incredible. What did she say?
"Hi guys. Wow, reading this email is an absolute blast from the fucking past. You opened a time capsule. Has your inbox been that flooded? How on earth did you dig this up? Sheesh. I remember writing you this email because you were the source of all the best goofy advice. Life was getting tough and I needed some goofballs to turn my stressors into side-splitting laughs. or at least toss out a few carpe diem sort of positivity. It was a tough time. The ironic thing is, 9 years later, I'm teaching in a Chicago public high school and coaching cross country.
Whoa.
So she's teaching at a high school that she was stressed about and coaching the sport that she was playing.
Wow.
I genuinely try to take my hardships as a high schooler and use them as a massive learning experience. No student of mine should ever have to be as stressed and distraught as I was. Thank you for being so bad at reading emails. This has been quite enlightening and oddly charming to read an email from past me. Reminds me how far I've come. Thank you both. Oshish, you made my day.
Wow.
How nice is that?
Incredible. That's the ideal response. That's what I would have hoped that she would have written.
Yeah, and it just goes to show you that the stresses that you have, I think it probably even extends into college and adulthood, is stuff that feels so stressful and difficult now, like you barely remember 9 years later.
It's all relative. It's funny. I was very stressed out today, and I was thinking, oh no, it was yesterday. So I was really stressed out yesterday, and I was walking home, and I was walking by the old College Humor office, and I looked at it, and I was like, I don't think I was ever like doing that thing where you're so frantic, where you're like, oh, I have to leave, but I have to send this email, but I have to answer this text, but I have to do this thing, and this person's calling me, and I have to, juggle 9 different things as I'm trying to go home, and I just feel like frazzled and dazed almost. And that's what I was feeling yesterday.
And then a guy jumped out of the window of that 17th floor, landed in front of you. Wow. That really put everything in perspective, brother. Thank you.
But I also bet that I was. I think that, I don't know. You always do romanticize the old times, and you're like, oh, things were so easy then. But those rose-colored glasses, they ain't the truth.
Yeah, that's a good question, because I don't even know if I was ever stressed out at age 22. Now that I am trying to think about, like, what did I even have to worry about?
Yeah, I was definitely. I think I had stresses. I don't think any of them were work related. I have my work stresses.
My biggest work-related stress was that my first salary was $36,000, and I'm like, I have to ask for a raise. That's not enough money. I can't just make $36,000. It's $900 a paycheck, and New York City is too expensive. I'm going to ask for like $75,000. Just like go for it and ask for what you want. Like me and Streeter were like, let's negotiate together. We're underpaid. This is ridiculous. And we like asked for this huge raise, and they were like, all right, we'll give you $40,000, a $4,000 raise. And we're both like, all right, we'll take it. Instantly gave up on our dream of making double the salary.
Man, I mean, that's incredible. I think my first salary was $24,000.
Yeah, not enough.
No, not enough. Not nearly.
Although adjusting for inflation,
I guess
36,000 is. It says it's 290,000 today, so it's pretty good.
Oh, it's pretty solid, yeah. Because you and Streeter lived in that that 6-story brownstone together, right?
Yeah, it was like $800 a month in rent. It was so cheap back then.
That's right.
We got to split it. We threw parties, and we made a profit on every party. But yeah, high school is stressful, I'm sure, because those are the biggest problems in the world to you right now. But ultimately, you'll be getting an email 9 years later and thinking, I guess it wasn't so bad. And fortunately, this lady is not only teaching at a high school, but she's actually coaching cross country, the 2 things that she was stressing out about. And she was able to impart that wisdom, hopefully every day, to her students.
Incredible.
Kind of makes me want to try to figure out a way to either be an algebra teacher or a driving school instructor.
How did you find her email?
I must have searched like one of the like almost Game Boy style, but just by myself, like tired and cranky. I'm like, oh, this has come up because I searched like unread emails, and that we just never opened it. Right. It's also kind of crazy that she has the same email address 9 years later. Like if somebody replied to our email addresses of like jake@connectedventures.com, you would just never get it.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Do you remember your email before your current email address, or before that College Humor? Like, what was your email address in high school?
Oh, I think I had a Hotmail address. It was like Jake 2013 maybe, at hotmail.com or something like that.
Yeah. I had an AOL email address that I would like use AOL to check.
That's crazy.
And then after that, you can use AOL.com to check. And then in college, they gave you like a college email, but like,
Oh yeah,
that only works for 4 years.
right. I think that's a bizarre system to me. I think it's
I wonder if they still
get
have
used
that.
to using this email, like apply to internships with this email, like
Yeah.
whatever, and then it's all of a sudden it's like, oh, in a year this will be defunct. Change
Yeah.
everything, all of your contacts that you've made for 4 years.
Or do they leave it open and we just stop using it? Like, was A. Blumenfeld at berkeley.edu? Is that just like always there?
No, because they pay for it, so I doubt they just leave it open forever. And at the very least, Southern Connecticut closed mine. I remember getting the email.
Well, that's because you
'Cause
were dishonorably discharged from the school, so they wanted to
That's
make
true.
some more room
That's
for
true.
abandonment. If you
But I thi-
graduate,
Yeah, while I worked at College Humor, my login was like J Hurwitz 5591 at Southern Connecticut, southernct.edu or something like that.
yeah, the edu email addresses. I wonder if
Yeah,
kids are
exactly.
still using that.
I guess if you ever want to see me young, just write to somebody with a .edu.
Did you have to sign up for classes on the phone, or was that before your time?
I don't know. I think it was done online, but we got little books with the classes.
Yeah, like the classes that you can choose.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know the update. Are you choosing classes online, and do you get to keep the edu? Like if it's Harvard
Yeah.
at harvard.edu, are you keeping that post grad?
That's solid. You want to keep that for sure.
Actually, Harvard should almost sell that access. Like I don't even need to go to
Right.
school there. I'll pay $10,000 a year just for the email, Addy.
Give me the Ivy League email. That's kind of goatly. That's an
Yeah.
interesting little life hack. That's good unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
Just even if you have to make your email address like Jake Hurwitz Yale at gmail.com.
It's obvious that you're lying at that point. That's an open
Yeah.
sheet.
at gyale.com.
I was gonna say like buy Cornell with one L.edu, but I don't think you can even buy an edu. You have to like be an actual university. I wonder how that works.
Oh, interesting.
All right, let us know. I guess if you work for a school or something. Otherwise,
Yeah.
let's take a break. Answer some more questions that were sent to us this decade after these messages. Thank you to Helix Sleep for sponsoring this episode of our show.
Correct.
One of
Damn
our
right.
favorites because Jake, you sleep on a Helix mattress.
Yes, I don't just sleep, I rest. I get a full night's rest. I heal on a Helix.
That's why they call it Helix, because you heal on it.
Yeah, correct.
And I'm sure you remember that Helix Sleep has a quiz that takes 2 minutes to complete. It's so fast and easy to do, and it matches your body time and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you.
Generally speaking, that is in line with my experience. It's a little bit more than a quiz, a little bit more robust, just because the answers actually mean something, and you are saddled with a mattress at the end. So I'd hate to shit on it by calling it a quiz, but that's your prerogative.
I'm not shitting on it. It's just an easy to complete 2-minute quiz. They ask you how you
some.
sleep, and they
For some,
design.
it is easy.
Yeah, they
some,
send
it is
you.
easy.
They send you the perfect mattress. That's
I didn't
optimized
study for the
you.
SATs. Excuse me. I didn't study for the SATs. Do you know what I got?
Who cares? I don't
Do you know what I got?
920.
I wish I got a 920. I got a 450. So sometimes you don't
sucks.
prepare. I know. But it was different because there wasn't the written, so it was only out of 1,600 possible. But what I'm saying is I didn't study and I didn't get a great score. Some people don't test well. For this quiz, this test, this exam, I didn't study, but I actually passed with flying colors is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and you had to get a fucking note from a doctor that said you had ADD and you had to take this sleep quiz untimed.
Yes.
It took you 2 hours to complete. But you know what?
And it was proctored. Yes. It was proctored by Gamble.
Kevin Gamble. They have soft, medium, and firm mattresses that are great for cooling you down if you sleep hot. And they have great spinal support to prevent morning aches and pains.
That's correct.
You love it. You need a new mattress. Odds are you've been sleeping on the same one for years and years and years. So what's the delay. Just go to helix.com/ifIwereYou. You take that quiz. They'll match you with a customized mattress to give you the best sleep of your life.
Exactly.
Helix even offers exclusive discounts for teachers, students, military, and first responders.
Amazing.
And Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/ifIwereYou.
Baller.
That's helixsleep.com/ifIwereYou.
Yep.
Thank you, Helix.
Thank you.
Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this episode of our show.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Squarespace is by far the easiest, most affordable way to create a professional-looking website.
That's right.
And you don't have to be one of those computer nerds that knows how to program or a designer freak that knows how to design.
Yeah, exactly right. You get to just be a cool guy who does whatever, and the site looks good, and that's awesome.
Right. It's
'Cause
very
fucking
helpful.
easy.
Very helpful for morons like us who can just use the simple drag and drop technology to create a e-commerce, a little store if you want to sell stuff online.
Exactly.
You can also do like a portfolio. Oh, this is my website. It's myname.com, and you can see what you did. And they even have analytics. They have email campaigns, 24/7 award-winning customer support. And yes, you can even purchase domain names through Squarespace.
Yes, exactly.
That's crazy. How cool is that? What can people buy if you want to buy a domain name?
eBlinko. eBlinko.
Like Abe Lincoln?
No, like as an internet, as in like it's an site, like an zine, and Blinko, Blinko, eBlinko. It's
What's Blinko?
It's my new brand. It's my new brand. It's my
Yeah.
new zine. Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually a skate magazine around surf culture with inline skating and surfboards and also skateboards, BMX biking.
You don't skateboard.
Videography.
You don't do inline skating. You don't know how to do any of this shit.
I don't have to because I am a curator of taste and culture at Blinko because people want to be a part of the Blinko. Excuse me. People want to be a part of the Blinko, the Blinko culture, the Blinko brand because that means credibility in the space.
So
Thank you.
so get blinko.com, not eBlinko.
Blinko is not available.
Yes, I know.
It's not available. It was.
Well, you
not
know it is
available.
available.
eBlinko. Yeah.
How about this one for size? Fart far.
That's cool. If you're really pushing a toot out, what's the distance that stench can go?
Fart far.
That's actually. I'll give you a column on eBlinko if you're interested.
I don't need
You
to
can
write
have-
for your
We
zine.
have guest writers and guest videographers as long as you know how to skate because
I don't.
every drop-in writer has to drop in on the vert ramp that we keep at the office. That's kind of the eBlinko way.
I don't want to do that. It sounds like you're ripping off Fantasy Factory or something.
Yeah, there is a ball pit.
Head to
What of it?
squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, just go to squarespace.com/ifIwereYou to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Correct.
That's right. So you just go to squarespace.com, you get that free trial, and then when you're ready to launch, just use that promo code IfIWereYou for 10% off. Thank you, Squarespace.
Ciao.
And we have returned. Jake, do you have any? Mom, I'm coming.
Yeah, kinda. I just bought a new DOP kit today. People are traveling. People are exploring the world again. I was in Europe. I was in Ireland and the UK. I'm going to Italy next month.
Wow.
And I needed a new DOP kit. I didn't feel like the one I had was cutting it. And I feel like DOP kits are something that people get when they first start traveling and they don't necessarily upgrade them. They don't get a new one. For instance, how long have you had your toiletry bag?
Oh, 10 years. I mean, it was like a gift decades ago.
Yeah.
You're talking about a toiletry bag. It's like this fanny pack.
Exactly.
You stuff
Yeah.
it with stuff
Right.
and use it when you travel.
Your
So
soaps, your deodorants, your toothbrush.
what was wrong with your? Well, I'll tell you the problem with mine is that it's too small. It can't fit the electric stuff anymore.
Yeah. Well, and I mentioned actually the travel Waterpik, which I got, and I've actually loved it. It's incredible. It's very small. It's compact. It takes up enough space. I've also taken to. I was carrying, the electric toothbrush. It comes with the big pill plastic thing.
Yeah, the charger.
I was not the charger. It's like there's the cord, but then there's also just the travel case. It's just a big plastic case.
Okay.
And I was hardwired to just do that, to just put it in the travel case when you're traveling.
Right.
But
You don't need to.
it's kind of useless. You don't need it at all.
But mine
And it
is
takes
a
up a lot of
charging
space.
thing. Are you bringing the charger? Then it's like I'm
No.
taking the charger from home. Are you using a battery operated one?
I use a battery operated one, but that'll go for like 3 weeks. So
really?
I just make sure that it's charged before I leave. And
Yeah.
I'm carrying it in. When I was overseas, I did loose note case, and the dock kit was fine. The size was okay, but I didn't like having to dig through it every time I needed something. And the new one that I got unzips and opens, and it can lay flat.
I see.
So it's kind of nice.
It's almost like a nail file thing. What is that called?
Yeah.
Like a little manicuring
Yes.
folder.
Right. Yeah, it's like a folio, and it gives me access, and it gives me control.
Do you remember the time where you tried to travel without any bags because we were doing a show for one night?
That's correct. Yes.
So you
I thought
walked
it
to
would
the
be
airport.
Interesting.
You had no bag on your person whatsoever. Not even a backpack, right? You just
No
held a
backpack,
toothbrush.
no bag. I had a toothbrush in my pocket, and that was it. I said, "This is all I could possibly need." We're staying in a hotel. They have shampoo and soap. I'm wearing the clothes that I'll perform in. I'll wake up and I'll wear this home. It's not going to be that dirty. I have the toothbrush in my pocket. And
What did you do for in-flight entertainment?
I had my phone. I think we were flying from New York to Utah, Salt Lake City. And I believe we had like the the little TV in front of
Yeah.
us. They handed out the earphones.
Yeah. So you were able to
Imagine.
I do remember like at one point you're like, "Can you hold this for me?" And I was like, just out of principle, it's like, "No, this is what you decided to do. You
Yeah.
have to have it all on your
Right.
person." Do you remember what
Yeah.
that was? I already forget.
There's a chance that it was like a Hudson News like bottle of water or something, and like a peanuts. I don't know, like snacks they put in a
snacks.
bag.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to. I wanted to have absolutely nothing. The funniest thing was, I remember it being a debate because I was like talking to people. It's like, I think I'm not going to bring anything. How cool would that be? To just walk into the airport with nothing, and people are like, "Well, you're going to bring your phone charger." And I was like, I don't even want to put that. I don't
Maybe
want
it
to
was
bring
that. Maybe it was the phone charger or something.
because I asked to use your phone charger when we were at the venue doing the show. I was like, "Can I charge my phone?"
I'm like, oh, you didn't bring a phone charger. You didn't
you
bring
didn't
anything.
need
did ya?
anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gave me a hard time, but you did let me use it.
Oh, that's nice. of
And
me.
I remember like people being suspicious. Like when I was walking in, they're like, "Are you picking someone up?" I was like, "Nope."
It's just such a weird feeling to just get out of a car like you're meeting a friend for dinner. It's like I'm walking into an airport. I don't even have a backpack. I'm walking
Yeah.
through security. I'm not putting anything on the conveyor belt. Just
Yeah.
give me the metal
Toothbrush.
detector and I'll keep walking. And if you're TSA free, you don't have to take your shoes off. You just walk through like a metal detector.
Yeah. God damn. That's my dream. I hope that I can travel like that someday. Just have all of my stuff waiting for me somewhere,
Is that how rich people do it? I feel like you can, at the very least, have like a nice backpack or something like that.
Yeah, I think a light backpack would be necessary just because you'd have like your computer, your phone for the flight.
Yeah.
But what if you're so fucking sleek that you just have an iPad mini and it's a little tablet? That's a handheld thing. You can
Yeah.
walk in. That's it. That's all
Or
you need.
what if you have a fanny
AirPods.
pack that's a Dob kit? So you have the fanny pack, but it has your toiletries in it.
Interesting.
Phone charger, toothbrush, iPad mini.
Yeah. Really, you just need a backpack that has a fanny pack strap, so it seems like a fanny pack, but it's actually a full backpack.
Just get luggage at this point. You're not lying. And you're wearing it underneath your shirt. Like a money belt in Europe, so nobody knows what you're actually wearing / hiding.
Perfect.
A fanny pack that goes across your chest underneath your jacket, so everyone thinks you're wearing a bomb to the airport.
God.
All right. Ooh. Sorry
You're
about that.
ill.
I don't know where that came from. It's impossible.
You're dying.
No way.
You're going green.
Gangrene. All right, let's answer another question.
Yeah.
I have a parking problem that I need help with. Writes, I don't know, Parker Posey. Last week, I offered to drive me and my friends to a dinner because I didn't feel like drinking that night. So we took my car instead of an Uber. I parked at a lot, which we thought was free on the weekends, went to have dinner to celebrate my friend's B-Day, came back, and there was a $50 parking ticket on my car.
Ouch.
I was bummed about it and said how that sucks. And my friend said, hey, at least it's not that expensive. Well, $50 is $50. I was hoping they would offer to pay a portion of it since I did do them a favor and drove us, but then they said nothing. I wanted to bring it up, but since it's my friend's birthday, I didn't actually want to put a damper on the night. What do you think I should do? Should I reach out and get them to pay me for a bit for my ticket? I feel like a dick, but if my friend drove me somewhere and we got a ticket, I feel like I would offer to pay a portion of it.
Yeah. Was it just one friend and it was their birthday? Taking them out to...
I don't think it was the birthday friend. I imagine he was going with a friend to meet.
Okay, to like a birthday party. So he's like, you're going to a birthday party, you drive a friend, you get a ticket.
The friend is saving cash on the Uber.
Yeah, I've been in the situation where like I was with a group of like 12 people and we all drove to Catterskill Falls in upstate New York. Bunch of people went swimming and stuff. One car got a ticket, and that ticket was added as a group expense for all 12 people. Even the car that had nothing to do with it. It's one thing if you're like in the car, it's like, oh, can we park here? I'm not sure. Let's, whatever. But it's like that car actually split that with everybody, almost like it's gas. Like this is the cost of doing business. And I guess I'm still thinking about it. I disagreed with it in principle, but it is fine. Here's what I would say. I think you're definitely in this situation. Now, my situation was different a little bit. In this situation, very normal to ask for money. You made a collective decision to stay in the lot and you got the ticket. I think that should be split. Here's the thing though. Oh, am I boring you?
A little bit. Actually, yeah. I mean, this is really long-winded.
You yawned.
Yeah, I was bored.
Do I have your attention? Yep. Okay.
Barely. But like, I'm trying to it's like drifting away and I have to focus it back on you.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Actually, let's take a break.
I feel like, I thought I was going to be like, am I boring you? And you were going to say, no, and apologize.
No, it's really boring. It's really boring.
Right. Because I was kind of talking about just like tickets and parking.
I'm going to put my headphones off and just sort of daydream, I think, about something fun. Like bowling at
parking
250 or some shit.
I can. That's cool. I'll keep on talking in that case. Amir's headphones are off. I think you can ask for the money. I think you can say, I deserve some money, and your friend will give it to you, but they will talk about this. They will ask, they will be annoyed, I think. But that's fine, because I think you're in the right.
Well, would you offer to pay if somebody did this to you?
Yes. But I would offer to pay.
I think it matters about like the conversation that was had. Like, is it the friend like, oh, you can park here? Or is the friend like, I wouldn't park here, they might give you a ticket? Or was it just like not addressed and like the friend was on his phone and then you parked there and then you got a ticket? I think at that point I'd be like, oh, that sucks that you chose to park there, friend. But like, it wasn't my idea. I wouldn't suggest that. Also, like that sign says no parking and now I have to pay for that transgression. I feel like I wouldn't necessarily offer to pay unless it was a group decision or my idea that like caused that thing to happen. Kind of like if you get into an accident, I'm not paying for any of the damages because I didn't do that.
Yeah, I think it depends. It depends on what the parking situation was like. Did you guys debate it, or did you just pull in like you thought you could park there and then you got a ticket? I think if the parking was difficult and it was discussed and agreed on the spot.
Yeah, like we need to park. It's risky, but you know what? If there's a ticket, I'll split it with you. Obviously, that didn't happen, but that's like
I've been in situations where people agree to split a ticket even before. It's like, I'm not sure we can park here, but if we get a ticket, I will split it.
Yes, exactly.
I think there's a way that you can do this without it being that aggressive, which is just request it on Venmo.
Wow. That's pretty passive aggressive, I would say.
Yeah.
What?
Right.
What is this? Oh, I parked in that the lot, and there was a parking ticket, so I figured we'd go Dutch.
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
I
You
told
explained
not
that
to
in the
park
note.
there. I feel like I wouldn't ask, but it would be nice to get that, like the offer.
Yeah. Basically, I guess I think your friend should have offered. It is what I would have done, but having had him not offer, requesting, while it's fine, it's just going to feel weird. There's not a world where it doesn't feel a little weird.
Yeah. And it's not fortunate. And there's also like money at play. If your friend is super rich and you're struggling, then it would be nice if he chipped in. But if like $50,
Sorry, are you boring you?
No, that was sort of a burp.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. I don't know why I'm like.
Don't
I'm
like,
like watching you like a hawk.
I feel like
now,
you were like,
and I feel like I'm
ready to pounce on every
Yeah.
like time my mouth opens.
Yeah.
That one was not a. That one was
I'm
not
like-
a yawn.
I think I have. It's like other shit that I'm dealing
I think
with.
I have FOMO or some shit. I don't even know what's happening or what I'm missing. But I feel like a pull to go somewhere else. And every
Yes,
time you open your
yes.
mouth, I get sort of offended.
That's right.
Somebody called me boring yesterday, and it's been sort of festering. It's the
That'll do it.
real
Right.
issue.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Sorry,
would
am I
say-
coughing you?
Am I COVID you? Do I go to COVID University?
That's good. .edu.
Lot of variables here. Was there a discussion beforehand? Is there a money imbalance? Is it like he wanted to take an Uber anyway? I could see where there are cases where he wouldn't necessarily ever offer.
Yeah.
But as a default rule, I don't think he owes you that place because you drove, you parked, you chose that place.
Yeah. I do think the right thing to do is offer. I think the right thing to do is offer, but you can't really control your friend doing the right thing or not.
It's definitely nice to offer.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll go out to dinner with a friend and I'll be like, oh shit, I don't have my wallet. When I do, I obviously do. And
Yeah,
he's like,
okay.
I'll just pay and you can Venmo me.
Yeah.
We
did this-
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
we
Venmo you later.
last time I came into LA, this is exactly what
exactly.
happened. So you did have your wallet?
Of course. Yeah. I had my wallet and I said I would
Yeah.
Venmo you, but it's like annoying for you to
right.
like constantly follow up. And it's like at
Yeah.
a certain point, you feel like the dickling where you're like, you still haven't Venmoed me. You still haven't Venmoed
Right.
me. And I'm not going to Venmo you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do
Right.
that.
So and that's what if you go into that type of situation, the thing that you can do is you keep a running tally in your head and you start siphoning money off. Like Amir and I have a shared bank account and I'm able to siphon funds
How?
back. Unbeknownst to you, I'll write myself a check for office expenses, but I'll pad that a little bit.
I thought you
that
bought a
there are-
chair.
Yeah, there are car payments, but I say, oh, you know what? Actually, this month the payment was, $300 more, and then I'm
Is that
actually
Jill's car? Like what is
climbing.
the
Yeah, exactly. Are you open it? Don't open the eyes here. Let's not open any new
$900 a
tabs.
month.
And okay, yes.
And what is this one? You're a member of
Yes.
5 gyms because you don't you just go to one gym or you want access to all?
Well, I need access to one in every borough just in case I ever travel to Staten Island
this
or
one's
the Bronx.
a local Staten Island fitness. There's no way. $101
just
a
in
month. So this is for the lunch that I took for you.
Yeah.
That was
I'll bring you to
$17.
financial ruin.
We can't afford taxes now. We're gonna go to debtor's prison for you. All right, let us
Sponging
know.
house.
Let us know what happened here. But I would assume he's not going to offer, and it's kind of weird to bring it up. Unfortunately, that's the risk you
Yeah.
take when you like. What if you got a speeding ticket? Are you splitting the speeding ticket?
No, not the speeding ticket. That's a
Where
driver
do we
decision.
draw the lines? The parking is a driver's decision.
It depends. I think it can.
It depends. Yeah,
be-
it's like if I told you to park there and there's a ticket, that's different than I'm not paying attention at all and you choose to park
you
there.
pay somebody for some gas. That's fine. If it were a parking lot, let's think about that.
Yeah.
If it costs $10 to park there, obviously that's a split.
That's
there
a
are
split.
expenses incurred while driving somewhere. This one
Yeah.
is, it's haphazard for sure. I don't know. I really don't know. I think we need more context.
D, not enough information.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. Thanks some spons. Come back, answer some more cues after this. Thank you to Everlane for sponsoring this episode of our program.
Oh my God. Yes. I love Everlane.
Everlane is great. They have amazingly comfortable, stylish shirts, pants, socks, hoodies. They have it all.
Yep. That's right. Love my Everlane hoodie, actually. Very nice weight.
It's super high quality stuff. And you know what? You don't have to feel bad because Everlane pays above the legal minimum wage, ensuring safe working environments, recycled water facilities, renewable energy, and repurposing byproducts.
Huge.
So they have trend-proof quality that's made to last, and it's super sustainable, so you don't have to feel bad. It's a socially responsible factory that they're making these clothes in.
Really nice.
And there's true cost transparency. You have a right to know the actual price of making your clothes. So Everlane actually shows you the price of everything and how much money went into these incredibly comfortable and stylish shirts. Jake, you called them the greatest white t-shirt of all time.
That is correct, before they ever advertised with us, folks.
So if you're in the market for some new shirts or hoodies or pajama pants, sweats, shorts, go to everlane.com/ifIwereYou and sign up for 10% off your first order.
Indeed.
That's 10% off your first order when you go to everlane.com/ifIwereYou and sign up.
Yes.
Everlane, helping people live their best lives with the least impact on the planet.
Great mission.
Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode of our show.
Yes.
A lot of people are currently dealing with some stress or anxiety in this crazy, mixed up, borderline depressing world.
I could agree with that for sure.
Yeah. People are suffering from burnout. Sometimes you're just at your wit's end and the symptoms feel overwhelming. You have a lack of motivation, irritability, fatigue, and more. Well, BetterHelp is here to help. It's online therapy.
Right.
Because talking to someone is indeed very helpful, and BetterHelp is kind of the best way to talk to somebody right now because it's customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to, and you don't have to be in the same room as anybody if you don't want to.
It's perfect.
It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, because they don't have to pay for buildings and parking and all that stuff. And you can just do it out of the comfort of your own home. And also, our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/ifIwereYou.
Love that.
So talk to somebody. It's very helpful, and it'll help you get through these stressful times. That's betterhelp.com/ifIwereYou.
Yeah.
Thank you, BetterHelp.
Thank you.
All right, Jake, we're back. One last question to rule them all.
Yes, please. Let's go.
What do we think? Here's one about the gym.
Okay. I like the gym.
We'll call this guy Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Good. He loves the gym.
There's a woman at the gym whom I've crushed on for years now, and I noticed her for the first time during the pandemic, and she's only gotten cuter once the masks came off. Call me a gentleman or a coward, but I know better than to approach a woman at the gym. Earlier this week, I saw her car in the parking lot and thought, maybe I could initiate a conversation by parking next to her. Then I decided this was stupid and hurriedly backed out, but I scraped her bumper of her car.
God.
I've been to the gym a couple times since she's there, and her car is still there. The scratch is still there. So my question is, can I use this as an excuse to strike up a conversation? Or do I just leave a note on her car hoping she hasn't seen the scratch yet? What should I do? Much love.
use this as an excuse. You have to. You have a responsibility to.
Well, if he's a little coy and shy, he can maybe turn this into a hit and run situation.
It sounds like you already did. You did a hit and hide. And you,
I like how you parked next door. He's like, "This is dumb. Let me get out of here." Oh shit! Oh my god, she's in the fucking car.
it's like an episode of Lonely and Horny. It's so funny.
Just backing up over and over until
Shit. Airbag deploys. Hits a fire hydrant, flooding his car.
Can I get your number?
Or at least that of your insurance.
Or are you one of those lesbian types? Airbag goes off, burns my face.
I mean, that's the Lonely and Horny cold open right there. It's perfect. God.
It writes itself.
Somebody give me cash to make another season.
It can't be that much.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think scratching and talking, not that you should have scratched her car to talk to her, but is a very obvious way to talk to somebody, and you owe her an explanation anyway.
Yeah, this really could have been a meet cute, but at this stage, it's kind of a confession cute, which isn't quite as cute. I think you have to say something. Yeah. And I don't think you can get away with a note. It's been days, right? It's been several days.
In a ways. Yes, it's been days.
Yeah. No, I don't even know how you can get out of it. I think you can be like, hey, I bumped your car and I just noticed
that was
I saw
you?
it again in the parking lot. And
yeah, I've been talking to the surveillance people here. We found your number.
I'm making a citizen's arrest.
Whoa. Take me to dinner
Deadlift
first.
300.
Oh. Jesus. I was just trying to do a meet cute is all.
Yeah, I think you can just approach her and say that you didn't know who the car belonged to, but that you just saw her get out of the car today or whatever.
Have you ever approached someone at a gym? It is a very difficult place because, everybody's sort of too hot to trot, and I bet ladies get hit on all the time, and they're all like, you're wearing music, you're wearing headphones, you're not necessarily there to meet anybody.
Yeah, I've met people at the climbing gym, which feels like a bit more of a social activity because there's kind of like rest in between. People work on the same things.
Yeah, it's communal.
You can chat. People give you some beta. That's kind of nice. People clap for you when you do well. So I've met people and I've talked to people at the climbing gym. I don't think I've ever just talked to someone at the actual gym except to be like, are you done with this or whatever.
I had a similar situation, not necessarily hitting on someone, but I saw an old Laker basketball player at a gym once in a 24-hour fitness in Glendale, and it was Robert Ory, and he's 6'10", and awesome, and one of my heroes. He actually played with Rick Fox, so I was like, oh, maybe I could say, I work with Rick Fox. He played with Rick Fox, but I was too scared to approach him, and other people are approaching him. I'm like, this is stupid. I don't want to say anything. And then I was working out, and he came up to me and was like, are you still using this machine? And I was listening to a podcast, what? Huh? Are you still on this? Oh yeah, no, you got that. Even if I was still using it, I'm yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, big man. Did
you say that to him?
No, I was just yeah, no, it's yours. Huh? It's mine. No, totally. Thank you. Namaste.
Backing up over a kettlebell.
Can you come with me to Sunday basketball? I want to show up with you, sir, sort of as a ringer. I'll say my friend Robert's coming, and then it's just, you.
Yeah, my God.
So that's as close as I've gone to unsuccessfully. I should have backed my car into his car. That's what I should have done. Sort of struck up a conversation with Big Shot himself, but unfortunately I didn't know which Tesla.
You had the Rick
his.
Fox in. Yeah, jeez.
The Rick Fox would have been a solid in. Should have used it.
Oh, you know my friend Rick Fox.
I hate Rick Fox. He would never say that. They're best friends.
He throws you.
All right. Let us know how the note goes, the hit and run apology. You really owe her an apology / explanation / insurance information trade. You need more than her number. You need her insurance provider.
I think so. It's beyond. It's nice that you'll get to talk to your crush, but you actually do need to fix her car. So that's yeah. The responsibility kind of transcends the I'm nervous to approach you.
Can I get you a drink or an estimate of the damages? Please don't take it to the dealership.
That body shop is really expensive.
I can actually probably get this out with a little whiteout. Oh, I'm sorry. The entire bumper collapses. Shit my ass for that. Shit my ass. All right. Thank you. Thank you for writing in. If you have your own questions, your own theme songs, send them all down to ifiwereyoushow@gmail.com.
That's right.
And we're still making videos on our Patreon, patreon.com/JA, watching Jake and Amir videos, commenting, remembering, remindering, enjoying, or hating, depending on the episode.
And there's a couple new Jake and Amirs out there if you still haven't seen them. Those are on our YouTube channel.
Boy. And this one's also being recorded. This podcast is being recorded and uploaded as a video as well. So plenty of content to go around.
Look at that.
So thank you guys all for watching, listening, supporting in any way, shape, or form. And of course, we'll be back next week. Let's hear that GOAT theme song. We usually leave early, but I want to hear this. This unironic pop punk cover by Gareth, The Other Side of Hard. Ready? 3, 2, 1, 5, up.
It'll be okay on the other side of hard. My guitar is broken, so is my heart. But it'll be okay on the other side of hard. I can't park my car, and I can't play my guitar. But it'll be okay on the other side of hard.
Incredible.
Epic.
Absolutely awesome.
That was a Headgum original.